Constructing good questions. 1. Open and closed questions. A closed question usually receives a single word or very short, factual answer. For example, are you thirsty? The answer is yes or no. Where do you live? The answer is generally the name of your town or your address. Open questions elicit longer answers. They usually begin with what, why, how. An open question asks the respondent for his or her knowledge, opinion or feelings. Tell me and describe can also be used in the same way as open questions. Here are some examples. What happened at the meeting? Why did he react that way? How was the party? Tell me what happened next. Describe the circumstances in more detail. Open questions are good for developing an open conversation. What did you get up to on vacation? Finding out more detail. What else do we need to do to make this a success? Finding out the other person's opinion or issues. What do you think about those changes? Closed questions are good for testing your understanding, or the other person's. So, if I get this qualification, I will get a raise. Concluding a discussion or making a decision. Now we know the facts. Are we all agreed this is the right course of action? Frame setting. Are you happy with the service from your bank? A misplaced closed question, on the other hand, can kill the conversation and lead to awkward silences, so are best avoided when a conversation is in full flow. Funnel questions. This technique involves starting with general questions, and then drilling down to a more specific point in each. Usually, this will involve asking for more and more detail at each level. It's often used by detectives taking a statement from a witness. How many people were involved in the fight? About 10. Were they kids or adults? Mostly kids. What sort of ages were they? About 14 or 15. Were any of them wearing anything distinctive? Yes, several of them had red baseball caps on. Can you remember if there was a logo on any of the caps? Now you come to mention it. Yes, I remember seeing a big letter N. Using this technique, the detective has helped the witness to relive the scene and to gradually focus in on a useful detail. Perhaps he'll be able to identify young men wearing a hat like this from CCTV footage. It is unlikely he would have got this information if he simply asked an open question such as, are there any details you can give me about what you saw? Tip: when using funnel questioning, start with closed questions. As you progress through the tunnel, start using more open questions. Probing questions. Asking probing questions is another strategy for finding out more detail. Sometimes it's as simple as asking your respondent for an example, to help you understand a statement that they have made. At other times, you need additional information for clarification. When do you need this report by, and do you want to see a draft before I give you my final version? Or to investigate whether there is proof for what has been said. How do you know that the new database can't be used by the sales force? An effective way of probing is to use the 5 whys method, which can help you quickly get to the root of a problem. Tip: use questions that include the word exactly to probe further. What exactly do you mean by fast track, or who, exactly, wanted this report? Probing questions are good for gaining clarification to ensure that you have the whole story and that you understand it thoroughly. Drawing information out of people who are trying to avoid telling you something. Source: Mind Tools. https://www.mindtools.com/pages/article/new tmc_88.htm ? Glid equals IAR0L04W1XSUCAC6KQP1381F11P12ILZ02VTH by Gizx transcribed by Charles Sapong, Helsinki, Finland.